Welcome back there, YouTubers. This is Josh, Trying Tech, and we're doing part 2 of our Huawei Matebook E review. So the last video we talked about mostly about overall design, the keyboard, and we also talked about the sound, display, and played a little bit of video and some light gaming on it. And so those were some of the things that we went over with this tablet. Unfortunately, there were some things that I wasn't able to get to or cover during the last video, and those are things that I want to cover right now. So first off, I want to say this. Despite what people may think or say, 4 gigs is actually very capable on Windows 10. As I want to remind you, the review unit that we're testing here, well, it's not a review unit, it's my personal unit that I'm reviewing here, is actually the Core M3 model with a 4 gig system memory of RAM and 128 gig SATA 3 solid state drive. So first off, one of the things I want to show you here is that 4 gigs is actually really capable on this machine, and it's actually a lot snappier than you would probably be led to believe. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is we are going to put up, okay, I got email there. All right, YouTube there, and then what I'm gonna do is so as you can see here, it's opening very quickly. It's pretty snappy. Okay, there goes Excel. Alright, Excel's opening. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring up my worksheet. Alright, so this is actually saved on the cloud, so that's why there was a little bit of delay that you saw. Alright, and then let's see here. I'm going to reply to this troll, this NVIDIA fanboy here. Nothing against NVIDIA, I actually have an NVIDIA graphics card in my current computer. Okay, so I've got YouTube. I've got actually 3 tabs open right now. Let's see here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy, tell you what, I'll copy this line here. Copy, paste. Alright, so that's all moving pretty quickly, except the freaking okay, so alright, so I'm typing on the keyboard here, replying to this troll, and So other than the formatting here, because I'm sharing half a screen here, so for whatever reason, Discuss is like made my text box here to fill this in like really slim. Okay, and I'm going to post. Oh, what the? I don't want to post an image. Okay, so I'm going to open this up to full screen. Okay, did I lose my comment? Maybe. As you see here, this is actually loading pretty quickly. And so, like I said, I got my Excel spreadsheet open. So if you look here, right now I'm using 89% of memory. We'll go look at the processes here. Okay, so Microsoft Edge is actually using the biggest amount. I've tried this with Chrome. Chrome can sometimes get kind of beastly with the memory use. I don't know. You know, supposedly, the Microsoft Edge is, you know, supposed to be a lot more optimized for Windows. Okay, there's my comment. You see my little spicy meme there? Okay, so haters back off, but so I've got like 3 tabs open. Now I'm back down to 84% memory. The point being is, not once, regardless of what my memory usage was, it went up to like 99. Okay, it's at 81 now, so it's kind of bottomed out. Might have been that page. But the point being is this, I've got an Excel spreadsheet open here that I'm doing calculations on for a video I'm getting ready to do. Stay tuned, make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a video talking about the Turing reveal and what we know about Turing, and just based off what we know, what I think the performance is going to be. But I'm not really going to get into that here. But if you want to see that, please click subscribe and click the little bell icon, because apparently clicking subscribe isn't enough, and then you can come check out this video that I'm going to be getting ready to do. Okay, so I am working on this, and I want to watch Pyrocynical on YouTube.
My name is Pyrocynical. Watch me. Oh god, this is my Pyrocynical impersonation. Oi, my name is Pyrocynical. Watch me channel. I'll talk about all sorts of things happening on the internet. Don't you think I'm a funny guy? Don't I look like a kind of a little bit of...
Okay, so I've got about 3 things open here. I've ran this with even more things open, and honestly, regardless of what my memory usage is, it's hovering around between 80 to 89%. Okay, and I could even, we're gonna open something else here. Okay, I'm gonna open up a PDF. Okay. Open up PDF. Open that. We're going to snap to. Snap to. Alright, so now I've got 3 panes running at the same time. So, I mean, is this like a typical usage case? I don't know. I've actually had 3 things running at the same time before on my Surface Pro, when I had a Surface Pro. Okay, so you see I'm still at 89% here. And the main thing is, watch, I'll just do another copy operation just to show you. Okay. Copy. Paste. Alright, so there's like, really, there's no delay here. I'm going to delete that now. Delete. Okay, so I deleted that, and like I said, I mean, honestly, there's like no slowdown. Everything's just moving quickly. Everything just works, you know. Again, if you watch the Gamescom reveal, you'll get that reference later. All right, so like I said, check my usage there, and I'm hovering around 36%. Alright, so I'm going to delete that because I already responded to that troll. Alright, and now I'm going to maximize this because I want to work on my worksheet. And then I still want to listen.
I'm a boy, a little bit of a girl, and I got a funny little hairdo. Firstly, I want to apologise for the lack of uploading on this channel. Recently, I've been incredibly busy.
Okay, so like I said, I can run YouTube, check my email, and work on Excel all at the same time. And the highest that it went up to was, okay, we're at 87 now. You'll find sometimes, I don't know what it is, sometimes as you're running Edge longer, the memory usage will just kind of stack up. It depends on what page you're on. And then sometimes what will happen is, so I'll switch between Chrome. Okay, so let's try it with Chrome. We're going to try it with Chrome. Okay, just to show you. Sometimes Chrome will use less memory and sometimes it'll use more. So go figure. But as you see, this is all like, it's still just opening up very snappily. Like I said, you would not think, if I didn't tell you, you would not think that this is 4 gigs of RAM and a little small ultra low power dual core processor. Okay, I'm not gonna open Amazon. Last time I did this footage, like, it just had so much stuff that was just not good for me to have up. Okay. I'll probably blur that out later. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna bring that up. And then I'm gonna open up YouTube. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so sorry, I was just laughing some of the stuff that was being put in the suggested stuff for my stream. I mean, some of it was pyrocynical videos, but I just sit here watching stupid pyrocynical videos. By the way, if you want to see just stuff about internet cancer, I suggest you subscribe to Pyrocynical's channel. It's great, very entertaining. All right, so okay, so just doing this here, I've got 2 tabs open. Screw it, we'll open up another. I'll go back. Oh, my bad. Okay. So, anyways, I've got 2 tabs open and I'm running Excel. We're at 77%. So you see the memory usage for Chrome is a little bit lower. And then, let's see. I'm gonna open up. Nope, that's not there. Let's go to documents. Guess it's not there. Okay, and bring this up. All right, so I'm gonna open this. Okay, whatever. Okay. So we're going to snap that to, and bring that up. And let's say I want to watch YouTube. Huh. I guess only Edge lets me snap 3 to a pane. It's kind of lame. Let's try this one. Alright, so not able to snap through the pane with this for whatever reason, but as you see right now, you might not be able to see that, so I'm going to bring it up here. Okay, as you see there, 82% usage. I mean, honestly, this just, it'll hover around 82% for the most part. Why did it do that? Well, that's lame. Okay, I'm going to close that. But as you see, everything's moving very, very smoothly. Okay, so I think we've showed enough on the actual kind of like productivity, usage, real life. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and like open like 100 Chrome tabs or you know, freaking 20 Edge tabs, because that's stupid. That's not like a real world usage kind of thing. And by the way, those Edge tabs that I had open before, that Edge was open for like a really long time. So it's not like I just opened it and then closed it and then. All right, so I mean, as you see here, typically 82% might hover up to 89 tops. Okay, but the point being is, regardless of what it goes up to, it can go up to 80, 89, 90%. As you saw, like, it really never slowed down, like, at all. Okay, so it's really good in regards to that. I think honestly, if you're using this for typical usage, and when I say typical usage, I mean like you're a college student or you're in school or whatever. I mean, honestly, I take this thing to work. I'll use it for notes. I'll use it for type up some evaluations or something. I'm typing up an evaluation, and then so I'll open up that and then hammer out some emails. Sometimes if my computer at work goes down, I'll bring this up and I'm able to get some work still done on the computer. Okay, but that's like typical office productivity stuff. All right, you can watch some videos. My previous video, I'll link down below. I was able to do, Netflix, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so you could watch videos, you could watch YouTube, send out an email, work on some Excel stuff, work on a Word document, work on fillable PDFs. Okay, I got my fillable PDF here. If I could, I just wish I could get this snap to the bottom, but it's not seeming to want to. No. Okay, whatever. It'll do it with Edge for some reason. With Edge, if I'm using Edge, it'll let me have 3 panes open at the same time. I don't know why it doesn't do it with Chrome. And I don't know if that's something that just Microsoft does on purpose or what. I will say, like I said, it's kind of a usage case by case. Sometimes you're going to see it's going to, as far as memory usage, it's going to use less memory for the Chrome. Okay. But as you see, this is all moving, scrolling very quickly. It's not slowing down one bit. All right. So that being said, honestly, the performance is really good. I mean, really surprising. And as one, I do want to make one disclaimer. I've had this thing freeze up on me once, and it just recently happened. And I'm gonna be honest, like I haven't been able to reproduce that. It happened to me once. I know the battery was kind of like really close to being like dead. It was like below 10%. So I don't know if it went into really low power mode to try to save energy. But it did at one point in time lock up on me. I charged it up, and it was no issue after that. I haven't been able to reproduce it. So like I said, if I have the issue pop up again, trust me, I will do a follow-up review, and I plan to do like a long-term follow-up review on, maybe 6 months later down the line, if I still have this device, which I'm planning on. This is a keeper to me. And I'll talk about that more in my final thoughts. But like I said, if you're a school student and you just want something with a good display, decent sound, so that when you want to, listen to some videos, some music, whatever it may be, and knock out some work, take some notes, whether at meetings or at school, this thing is awesome. And honestly, for those typical usage cases I spoke about, it's going to be great. All right. If you're trying to edit video on this, I don't recommend it, especially since YouTube did away with the browser-based video editor. RIP. I'm kind of salty about that still, but as far as typical usages, this is going to be more than fine. So we're going to talk about some other things here. Now, I did say, I believe I said in my prior video, that although it was thin, they made a couple compromises to get it that thin. One of the compromises they made was on the battery. So the battery is not near as large as, I guess I would say, like on the Surface Pro 2017. So I had the Surface Pro 2017, and the battery life on that was amazing. I will say this. When I first got this device, the battery life was kind of garbage. So right now, I'm at 25%, and I'm on better battery settings. And let's see here. Actually, that's, if you might not be able to see it. It said 1 hour, 31 minutes remaining. I have my little app here. That one says 43 minutes remaining. I don't know which one's telling me the truth. Windows itself says I have 1 hour, 43 minutes remaining. Now 1 hour, 31. Okay. First off, you can't really go off that. That's not always completely accurate. But I will say this. After I did the update to the latest build of Windows 10, the last creators update, which I think was April. After that update, it's honestly, battery life is really, it's been pretty good. I actually timed it, and so I ran two different tests. One of the tests was I timed how much actual screen on time I got. So keep in mind, my screen on time, if you see here, I have my Bluetooth on, I have my Wi-Fi on. So this is not like what a lot of these manufacturers do, where I'm gonna close that out because I don't really need that open anymore. A lot of these companies, when they're trying to tout kind of the best case scenario for the device, they're going to test it. They're going to have Wi-Fi off. They're going to have Bluetooth off. They're going to have the dimness, the screen brightness set to like, I don't know, 10%. This is just on automatic, what we call, it's called better battery settings. So you have best battery, better performance, and best performance. And when you plug it in, it actually goes to better performance when you're charging it. And then, so it goes to suggested. So it's based off the ambient brightness. There's a sensor right here next to the camera. And so it senses how bright or dim the room is, and it's going to make it brighter or dimmer. All right. But the point being is, I tested it. I was getting somewhere around 5 hours and 20 minutes of screen on time, and that's the low end. The high end was upwards of 6 hours screen on time. Okay, but when I actually tested it, I got 5 hours 20 minutes. The second time I tested, I got 5 hours 30 minutes. And then lately I've been getting upwards to, I'd say, almost 6+ hours of screen on time. And that means like I'm actually using it. I got the Wi-Fi on, I got the Bluetooth on. You know, I have everything on, running, and it's not like I'm trying to purposely like gimp the screen brightness or anything. Okay, so that is the actual usage time, and that's different things. You know, maybe working on some productivity tasks, watching a lot of YouTube videos. I'm sorry, I'm like a YouTube addict. Okay, so I'll be watching YouTube videos, doing some productivity stuff. I might do a little bit of light gaming. This thing, I did a little bit of a gaming kind of performance showcase. Not much. All right. I mean, this thing is not going to blow your socks off. It's not, you know, it can't run Crysis. I'm sorry, guys. All right. It's a complete failure. But, you know, I'll play like a little Cuphead. Last video I was playing Asphalt 9. So sometimes I'll do a little gaming. It's really good at playing Dead Cells. That's a great game. If you get a chance, pick it up, try it out. Okay, so it's able to do, you know, some light gaming, watching videos, working on Excel, maybe a fillable PDF document, Word document, and I'm getting anywhere between 5.5 to 6 hours screen on time. As far as time I have before I need to recharge, so the standby battery life is just, it's completely amazing. Okay, so this thing can go into standby, and it might go into hibernate mode. This thing boots up so quick from hibernate or sleep that it's really not a big deal. I mean, within, I'd say 5 to 6, maybe 7 seconds. I mean, I don't think it's more than 10 seconds this thing is booted up from hibernate or sleep, and then I'm back in, I'm running, and I'm good to go. So with that being said, mixed usage of standby usage, actual screen on time, which I told you is ranging between 5.5 to 6 hours. I will go, I'm going on this charge. I charged it not last night, but the night before last night. So I'm going on almost 2 full days right now on one single charge. So I did not charge this. I charged it the evening of the 23rd. So this has been going for 2 days now before I've had to recharge it. I've had it go as long as 3 days before needing a charge. And talking to my wife, so that's what I'd say between light to moderate usage. Okay, your mileage may vary. I mean, if you sit there on Netflix, you know, doing a Luke Cage marathon, you might not get through the whole series before having to recharge. The cool thing is, and I already showed the charger in the first part of the video, the charger is really small. Okay, it's like barely bigger. I'd say it's 1.5 times of my Samsung charger, and because it's USB-C, I can use it to charge my Samsung phone or any other USB-C Android phone that has quick charge, that supports quick charge. Okay, this phone is able to do, or the charger for this is able to charge my phone, and it's able to charge this. I'm able to charge my phone, I'd say probably hour and a half. This, I'm able to charge it from 15% up to 90% within about 91 minutes. 90 minutes or so. And then the next 10%. So I charged it from 15 to 91%, and I did that in about 90 minutes. So about an hour and a half, this thing was ready to rock. But to charge it all the way full, that's what takes longer. Once it gets above 90%, then it starts slowing down the charging. And so it will take you a little over 2 hours to get a full charge. Okay, so if you wore it down to below 20%, and at 20%, this little green icon, which right now I'm at 25%, but if I get it down to 20%, that icon is going to turn into a green battery icon, and it's going to go into low power mode automatically. Okay, so like I said, I'm not having to charge this thing every night. That's the point I'm getting at. That's with me using it, watching videos, and then if I'm at work, I'm not using it as much. But when I'm using it a lot, I will still get through one whole day. Like if I charge it up that morning or take it off the charger, then I'll be able to get through the whole day. I come home, maybe play around with it a little bit in the evening or do some things on it in the evening. But the point being is this: I'm able to get at least through a whole day on one charge, and the charger is very small. It charges fairly quickly. I mean, to charge a tablet like this, Windows tablet, I mean, this thing is a mini PC, and it's charged over 90% in an hour and a half. It's pretty impressive. And so the compromises they made on the battery life, especially since the last couple Windows updates, it's just not that big of a deal to me. So it might be to you, but I even used my wife's iPad Pro 10.5 inch as a comparison, and I asked her, I was like, because she's not on her tablet all the time, and I said, well, you know, when you're using your tablet and you're doing, you know, moderate usage, how long does it go before having to be recharged? And she said, you know, about 3 days. So that's impressive. You know, and it's not iPad Pro level battery. Don't think that you're going to get the same amount of battery as the iPad Pro. Okay, it's just iOS is far more optimized and efficient with battery usage. So I mean, it's not an apples to apples comparison, pun intended. You know, so that being said, I mean, but for a Windows 10 device, it's actually really impressive. Okay, so see, I have Google Chrome open and it's using like hardly anything now. So go figure. Like I said, if Edge is eating up a lot of memory, use Chrome. If Chrome's eating up a lot of memory, use Edge. I don't know what it is. Okay. So honestly, the battery usage has been more than sufficient for my needs. It's been pretty good, and it gets me through a whole day. And even if I'm like teaching lessons at church, I could be teaching a couple different classes, so I'll be teaching for like 2 hours using this as my aid, and it's awesome. It's really good. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do here is the last thing I'm going to talk about is the pen. Okay, so I don't have the Mate pen. It still hasn't come in from China. It really sucks. Not the Mate pen. I mean, I don't know. It sucks that the only way I can get this damn pen is to import it from China. Okay, welcome back. And it's Josh from Trying Tech, and we're just continuing on with our part 2 of our review. Limitations due to me recording with my phone. I can only record for so long before it saves. But we were going into the pen performance. All right. As I said, I do not have the Huawei Mate pen, the proprietary pen that they use for this tablet. What I will say is this: unlike what a lot of reviewers, not professional reviewers, although I did hear some professional reviewers say it, is they'll tell you that the Huawei Mate pen is the only compatible pen, or you know, that you can only use their proprietary pen. It's absolutely false. Not true. You can use any pen that's got the Wacom Bamboo AES protocol. So what I have here, and I'm actually do just a separate video on just the pen review, because I don't have enough time to do this in this video. First off, my performance on this is not using the Wacom field drivers. These are the drivers that are installed by Windows 10 after the updates. So you connect the pen, it'll detect the best drivers, and Windows 10 will update them. I'm just right now talking about Windows Ink performance. I'm going to do a little bit of sketching in the sketchpad, and we're going to do some notes. I'll show you the palm rejection. It's actually pretty good. And just show you that, yes, you can use some other pens on this, and the overall experience is not bad. Okay. Is it on the level of the Surface Pen? Unfortunately, no. Okay, honestly, of the pens I've tried so far, the Surface Pen is the best. This pen here does support 4096 levels of sensitivity. I don't believe it supports tilt. Okay, and you're gonna see that. All right, so if you're a creative type, you're probably gonna want to look for a different pen. Okay, but what I'm getting at is, even if you aren't able to get a hold of the proprietary Mate pen, you still can get this. I got this at Best Buy. I think I managed to get it on sale. It was like $65. It's going for somewhere between $65 to $80, depending on whether it's on sale or not. So it's cheaper than the Surface Pen, but it also lacks some of the functionality that the Surface Pen has. All right. So like I said, we're not really reviewing the pen. I just want to talk about some of the features of it, though. All right. Like I said, right now we're going to test the Windows Ink experience. And so for this one, all right, you want to bring up the pen menu, you press the top button, and then I'm going to take a sticky note. So I'm going to bring up a sticky note here, and I'm going to put here, so I'm going to put this in tablet mode just because it's going to be a little bit easier to do the notes. Sorry, let me adjust that so you guys can see. Okay, so I'm going to put, so I've got my palm on it now. It's not pressing anything else. Oh, wait, no. Put a little note. Because wifey called me. Okay, so notwithstanding my sloppy handwriting, hopefully you guys can read that. Okay, so you see all my presses were registered. I had my palm right on the display, and not once was it picking up anything else. Okay, so we're gonna bring up the pen menu again. Bring up Sketchpad. Okay, and all right, so we're in the blue. Okay, so as you see there, it does pick it up, but I don't think there's any tilt detection. If there is, it's not very noticeable. Like I said, if you're not a creative type and you're just looking to do some doodles or write some notes, you're really not going to notice. Okay, so now we're going to do this. Where's my colors? We're going to make a happy little sun. And apparently it's mixing with the blue, so we have a green sun. And I decided I don't want that. I'm going to erase that. Alright, now if I wanted to erase, like erase a lot quicker. Let's see here. Oh, that erased everything. I didn't want to do that. No? Took away all my blue. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, for drawing, doodling, pretty good. All right, and again, I had my palm on it there. I'm left-handed, I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna drag my palm across it like every single time. Close. All right. And let's see here. We're gonna bring up this. Let's do a screen sketch. Okay, so what I'm gonna actually do. So I still got my sticky notes there. And bring this up. Okay. But if I wanted to, I could bring this up. And we're going to do Screen sketch. Screen sketch. Okay, so basically what this would let me do is to sketch something on a screenshot. It's like doing a print screen, but then I can draw notes on it. So you can do this with anything. You can do this like if you had a document up, okay, so you could do a print screen of something you did, jot some notes on it, and then save it. But I don't want to save that. Okay? So, like I said, overall, the Windows Ink experience on this is pretty good. Alright? Like I said, it's not going to be anything like the experience with the Surface Pro and the Surface Pen. Honestly, that's probably one of the best pen experiences I've had so far on one of these detachables. The worst I had was the Acer Switch 5. This is somewhere in between. Okay, and then let's see here. I'm gonna actually, so I hid my taskbar, and I'm going to bring up. Let's bring up OneNote. Okay, so here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. All right, so I hit reverse. But let's say, yeah, this one here. I'm done with that. So I can either hit that and erase it, or push the button there. So that just does it automatically. Then I go back to pen. And we bring up a quick note. And I'm going to create a page. Okay, so that just gave me an untitled page. And then I'm just going to write a quick note here. Like I said, I mean, honestly, overall, my final thoughts before, I do this last little part is I've had this tablet going on almost a month now. And I really thought that with some of the compromises it made that I was going to end up not being happy with it. But honestly, it does make some compromises. This is not the perfect tablet, okay? As I think I mentioned in part 1, all right, there's no rear camera. That's not a deal breaker for me. Might be a deal breaker for you, okay? There is no rear camera. I don't know who's taking pictures with their tablet, but if you want to take I could see some use for a camera on the rear of your tablet. Sorry, I'm laughing, because I just think it's utterly ridiculous when people take pictures with their tablet. But there is a usage for it. If you wanted to snap a picture of a document and then write a note on said picture that you snap a picture of, then yeah, I could see you would want that. Okay? You would want a rear-facing camera. So there's no rear-facing camera. As I said before, we have one lonely little USB-C slot, and so you're going to need your dongle if you want to charge and transfer data at the same time. Okay, and there's no micro SD slot. I mean, other than that, and of course battery life could be better. Other than that, though, I mean, I'm just really surprised by this device. I'm surprised by the amazing build quality of it. I'm surprised by how light it is. The other day I had it in my hand, and one of the guys I work with said, "Wow, that's really big." And I said, "Yeah, well, it's also really light." And I still had it in the keyboard, And he was just amazed because I handed it to him and he said, "Wow, that is really light." I mean, it's just got amazing quality and design. The screen is just awesome. I can't go on enough about how great that screen is. It comes in at 206 pixels per inch. And honestly, it might not have as high as PPI as maybe, say, an Apple tablet, iPad, or the Surface Pro 2017. But honestly, I think I'm going to say it, the display quality is better than the Surface Pro. There's like little to really no light bleed on this. The viewing angles are great. Both of those have IPS screens, but the other one suffered from IPS backlight bleed. This one does not. The battery life could be better, but it's honestly really good. And it charges so quickly on that USB-C that, I mean, honestly, you're really not going to care. The fact that it's a pretty portable charger and that you can also use it to charge your phone is an added bonus. And then, yeah, could it be a little bit more powerful? Yeah, it could. But like I said, for most of everyone's usage needs, this is honestly more than enough and it's plenty snappy. Okay. The fingerprint reader, I mean, honestly, this thing is super quick. Just show you again. No, it's not working, of course. There we go. Okay. That's not typical. Usually it will just automatically register it. Okay. And it'll just wake it up. There we go. Like I said, if you're opening it up, it will just usually wake it up 9 times out of 10. Okay, but fingerprint reader is really good, really responsive. All right, it wasn't really behaving for me this time. That's kind of atypical. I haven't really seen that before, but display's good. Fingerprint reader's responsive. This thing is actually really snappy for only having 4 gigs in 2018 and a dual-core, ultra-low power processor. Could it be more powerful? Yes. For most people's needs, it's going to be more than enough. You're not even going to notice. And it's so thin and light, you can take it pretty much anywhere. Even though it's a 12-inch tablet, you can take this thing almost anywhere. Screen-to-body ratio is really good. Like I said, I mean, if this thing had a second USB-C port and a micro SD slot and a little bit better battery life, I honestly think this would be the perfect tablet if it had those things. The couple compromises it makes, I understand. Some of the compromises Huawei made with the design of this device really limits the portability. Like I said, if we were able to expand storage with the micro SD, not the ideal solution, but I wouldn't need an external drive if I needed extra storage. Second USB-C drive really would have helped with portability, because then I could charge, and if I wanted to transfer data, I could in the second port without the need of a dongle. Okay. Then again, there's other devices that do the same thing, and a lot of people seem to give them a pass. I'm not going to give those other devices a pass, and I'm not going to give this device a pass either. But overall, I'm really happy with it, and the couple things that it does kind of fall short in, it's not enough to like be a deal breaker. Finally, value for price. Right now on Amazon, and again, I will link in the description below. You want to support the site, please click on our affiliate links. Please. Every time you click on one of those links, we get a little bit of credit for it. We get a small little cut of the sale made, but the main thing is that keeps us going with our affiliates. Okay, so, but I'm not telling you to do that to get me some money. I'm honestly telling you that because I recommended this tablet to my boss. Okay, he was really impressed with it. He saw it when I was at a meeting. I was taking notes. He was really impressed by it. I talked to him about it. I recommended it to him. I actually didn't buy it through Amazon, but like I said, right now I got this for $3.99 on sale on eBay. Actually through Newegg's store, they had it on sale. Newegg's been selling it for $449. Amazon, I think it's going just under that. It's going like $448 right now, as of the time of this video. Okay, that price has been fluctuating between $448 and around $500. Coming with the keyboard cover. Okay, so size-wise, it's bigger than the Surface Go, but I think price-wise, it competes right with the Surface Go. And unlike the Surface Go, it comes with the keyboard, going for $449 to sometimes $500. So the closest thing that would compete is the Surface Go, the lower end model with 4 gigs. So, okay, we got 4 gigs, we got 4 gigs. This has a slightly better processor. This has more storage, and it has better quality storage because the Surface Go is the $399 model, has 64 gigabyte eMMC storage, and this has at least a SATA 3 SSD. Comes with the keyboard. Yes, you'll have to buy a pen if you want to have the pen experience. You don't need the Mate pen, but if the Mate pen has a laser pointer and a clicker for if you're doing a slideshow presentation. So I'm getting the Mate pen because I do use PowerPoint quite a bit. But the point I'm getting at is, for depending on where you get it and how cheap you get it, this thing's running between $450 upwards to tops $500. And for $500, you're getting a really portable tablet with a really good display, really surprisingly good performance, decent battery life. From what I told, the Surface Go's battery life is not as good as this, but I haven't tested it myself, so I can't say for sure. If I get a Surface Go, I'll review it. I'll compare it to this. But I'm getting decent battery life. I mean, it meets my needs and it recharges quickly. And then finally, comes with the keyboard. All right, so I'm not having to pay for anything else. Both would need a dongle. The Surface Go only has one port. All right, but like I said, even with the compromises it makes, this is a really great device. I really hope Huawei keeps at it, because I think if they keep at it, they could, honestly, I think they could easily overtake Apple in terms of, I mean, they overtook them in sales. In case you haven't been following the news, they did overtake them in sales, and I think honestly they could overtake them in tablets as well, the tablet market, if they keep it up. All right, so that being said, I'm really happy with the device. I'm happy with the value I got for the price, and overall, really glad I made this purchase decision. This is the third detachable I've gone through. Like I said, the Acer Switch 5 was bug-ridden, glitchy, poor battery life. I got maybe 3.5 hours of battery life on that. The keyboard was good, but the pen experience left much to be desired, and the fingerprint reader was glitchy, and Windows updates somehow broke it, and then their drivers broke it even more. So yeah, don't recommend the Acer Switch 5. It seems like a good value, but you're getting what you pay for. This is why I'm really surprised with this, because I paid $400, and for $400, I really cannot complain with what I got, because it's a really good quality device. It falls short in a couple areas, but for what I'm getting, the value is amazing. All right. That being said, like I said, if you're interested in getting the device, I really recommend it. Gets a thumbs up from me. All right. Like I said, click the links below. Like, share, subscribe. And this is Josh trying tech off the net. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.